Hey pretty ladies, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to be cleaning my side of my bedroom. It's been a while since I've brought you into this space. My husband works in our bedroom, and so I don't like to do anything in the room while he is working. And so it was definitely time to clean up this mess. I was about to go on vacation and I really wanted to have this video posted before I left, but I just could not get to the voiceover and I did not want to rush it. I also didn't want to add any unnecessary stress to myself. And so I decided just to wait until I came back from vacation. And well, here I am, my first day back, trying to finish up this video for you. I want to say last year in either November or December, more likely December, I moved the little area around on my side of the bed. I needed change, but there's really no way to move this room around other than the way that it is because there's just no space. Because my husband has to use our bedroom as his office, we weren't able to put in a dresser. So instead of a dresser, we decided to go with two oversized nightstands on each side of our bed. There's 3 drawers each, and that is all that we have. I don't have a dresser. So while yes, it looks cramped, that was the best that we can do to remedy our space situation. Do I wish that I had an office space where my husband can work and we can have a dresser and minimize the space that we're using in our room for furniture? Absolutely, but it's not gonna happen in this house. I do have a lot of stuff piled in the corner. There's just a basket with clothes that I needed to deal with, and I honestly didn't even know what was in there anymore. I have some packages that I just placed here, a travel bag. It was not pretty, and I knew that I needed to go through this for a while, and I just kept putting it off. Sometimes I'm just like you. I don't have it all together and I put things off, and this has been one of the things that I just have not wanted to deal with. I feel like other parts of my house really get a lot more of my attention, and that's because those are the main areas where we always are, and I feel like those spaces need to be maintained. I always leave this room for last, and I've always been like that, where I leave my bedroom for last, and that should not be the way that it is. I feel like a bedroom should be where you come and rest, and it's your safe haven, and you feel a lot of peace in it. And so once I finish with this project and I move along in getting this place even more decluttered, I really want to work on making this space something that is just a place of peace for me and my husband when we come into our room at night. This is everything that I pulled out from that little corner and the floor, because the floor had a lot of stuff too. And so now I just got to get working, get everything cleaned out, decluttered, and put away. I was really anxious to get this side dresser turned around and in its proper place. It's full of clothes, and I wanted to not take the clothes out, kind of do it the lazy way. I think we all can agree that I needed to take the drawers out. It was not going to work. It was just a little too heavy, and I ended up moving it by myself, so I definitely needed it to be as light as possible. I honestly don't know where my husband was, but I can guarantee you that if I needed help, he would have come to help me. I just sometimes want to be independent and do things on my own because I feel like I can. So this was one of those things where I didn't want to bother him. I'm sure he was working on something outside of the house, which actually now I do remember. He was working on his light show for Christmas, and so while he did that, I cleaned up the bedroom. The dresser is finally back in its place, and I'm so glad that I did that. It looks so much better. It looks more symmetric. And so now I have to give this a good wipe down. There is tons of dust on it. I feel like my whole house collects a lot of dust, so I really need to stay on top of dusting. All of us have some form of allergies, and I'm sure keeping it as dust free as possible would really help out a lot. Let's start looking through this basket of clothes. I honestly have no clue what's in here, but I did find a few things that I needed. I found the cover to my suitcase, a bonnet that Ileana has been asking for. I found this facial light therapy mask that my husband bought me last year or the year before. I don't know, that I have not used. I found a laser hair remover that my sister gave me as a gift over a year or two ago that I have not used. But I really do need to start using those things because they can be money savers. I've been going to get waxed, but I don't particularly have the money to keep up with that. So perhaps using the laser hair remover would help out a lot. And then, of course, facials. I can't really afford to do that all the time either. And so I'm hoping that that light therapy machine will help with anti-aging and just kind of aging gracefully. I found a lot of clothes that I know I'm not going to be wearing, so I decided that I would give them to my mom and see if she can use them. A lot of the stuff is very new, they're sets, and she might be able to get some use out of them. So I started putting a bag together with things that I want to give her, and then another separate pile. You don't see it, it's on the floor with things that I want to donate. And then I'm also going to be reselling some of our better clothing to a resale store in town. I honestly do feel like I'm drowning in clothing, and I don't like that feeling. So I do need to do a big declutter of all of our closets, to be honest. My closet, especially my drawers right now. Mikey's closet needs to be decluttered, although that I can't really do on my own. My husband has been managing his clothing, so he would have to go in and be available to help me do that one day. Ileana does really good about decluttering her clothing at least twice a year. We do need to go through her drawers though. So I'd really love to get my closet decluttered before the holidays, but the truth of the matter is that this time of year is always extremely hectic. I can honestly tell you that I'm not even ready for Halloween. I'm not ready for Christmas or Thanksgiving. I am just not ready because I just feel like I have so much going on in life. How are you feeling about it? Let's talk about this bag here. I didn't remember what was in it, but I knew I also needed to look through it. So, in looking through it, I found that it was a lot of Mikey and Ileana's old schoolwork, stuff that I need to sort through and either save in a binder or just kind of sort through and declutter and keep what I really want to keep. I came across binders from work that I saved with all of my annual appraisals and things like that. I honestly feel like I'm ready to let go of those documents. I don't know why I've saved them for so long. It's going to be close to 10 years that I have not worked at that particular job, which was my last job here in Texas. So I feel like I'm ready to get rid of them. That job was just a huge part of my life. I thought that that was going to be my forever job and I was going to retire from it. Those were all the thoughts I had at that time in life. But luckily, I did leave that job because I didn't feel appreciated at all. And we were just worked so hard. It was very stressful, and so I'm grateful that I did leave and that I have gotten it out of my system and that I was able to be exposed to other opportunities in life, because when you work at that particular job, it was a government job, people feel like that is the best thing that they can do in this world and that there is nothing better out there. And when I left my job, somebody told me, "What are you doing? This is the best that you're ever going to do." So they kind of put themselves in a box. And I can tell you, just through my husband, I have been exposed do so much more. And I did work a little bit in Arizona and I loved my job. My manager was just amazing and she believed in me. And I think that's one reason why I was able to let go and stay home, because I felt like I finally found that person that believed in me and let me know that I was enough and that I was capable. And it kind of makes me emotional. But that's a big reason why I was finally able to let go of wanting to, live that life where I was a working mom and put my kids first. So, long story short, I'm definitely ready to get rid of that paperwork. It's no longer going to serve me, and I just have no plans on going back to a government job. And yeah, in the shredder, they will go. I also needed to fold laundry. This laundry bag was on the floor and just needed to get put away. So I'm going to be doing that off camera. You won't have to see me fold it. It'll just be magic, editing magic, and it will be all put away. Since I was putting a lot of things on our bed that were filled with dirt and dust, I wanted to make sure to wash our bedding. That way it was nice and clean for the nighttime whenever we did go to bed. And so I'm going to go ahead and take everything off and get that washed.
No common sense when you're crying on the floor.
Since I'm not going to be washing the mattress topper, I decided to pull out a towel. And I learned this recently from one of my friends, Jen. She talked about decluttering and using a towel to place your items on top of while you are decluttering. For one, it keeps the items clean and off the floor, and two, it keeps your floor clean from whatever it is you are sorting through. And so in this particular case, I am sorting through makeup. This is mineral makeup, mostly mineral makeup, eyeshadows, powders, things like that. There were some makeup palettes in there that I finally decided to get rid of. I swear I have had them for 15 plus years. A friend gave me one of them and I was ready to let go of it. There was also Lip Sense lipsticks that I don't use anymore. There was a couple of keepsakes in there. A mirror that my husband gave me when he went to Hawaii. He went to Hawaii when I was pregnant with Mikey. I was 5 months pregnant. I would have been able to tag along with him. It was for his job, except for that I was pregnant and I just did not want to fly and risk anything happening to me or Mikey. I did have a high risk pregnancy, and so I had to stay behind. So I personally have never been to Hawaii, but my husband has. So he brought me back a mirror, and that mirror was actually in this bag.
Now I know the difference between
I was sorting through all of the makeup. I was separating out any empty MAC containers. They used to have a program where you could return the containers and get a free lipstick, but that was actually discontinued in 2023. Boy, it's been a long time since I have even purchased MAC. So no, that program does not exist anymore, but you can still take them back. That way they can recycle, and I think they say they convert it to energy. I'm now going to work on decluttering these boxes here. In these boxes were my gemstone bracelets. I have shared Otter Spirit with you, and I absolutely love their gemstone bracelets. When they send you a bracelet pack, which is 3 bracelets, they will send you 1 bracelet per box. This is how I ended up with so many boxes, because I do have several bracelet packs from them. I love these boxes because you can easily recycle them, use them to go on vacation, trips, just given them to people to use as well. But I can no longer hold on to all of these boxes. So that is why I bought this jewelry organizer, and I've had it for a while now. I have been wanting to share it with you, and that's why I hadn't even put on any of my bracelets onto it. I wanted to do it on camera. I'm really glad that I'm finally getting the opportunity to organize these bracelets on camera. I loved this organizer, and I think it was perfect for what I needed to use it for.
You and me, just a walk in the park where the world fades, and we're leaving no marks. They try to hold me down, tear me apart, but with you, baby, nothing's changed.
I found this mirror, and it's actually artwork that Mikey did when he was in elementary. They used to have an art class. It was called Art Masterpiece, and we were able to purchase the art that they did in these classes. This is the mirror that my husband bought me. It's still in great condition. I think I need to put this into my purse. Here are a few items that I'm keeping. 2 vials of perfume. These are gifts from my husband, and also a needle kit.
Feel I'm out of my cage, feeling all the rage. We used to talk, but now they stay
Going to be
quiet.
cleaning out this caboodle. That's what it was called back in the day when I was young. I use this for traveling, but I don't travel with this anymore. I use something different, so I'm actually going to be giving that away. I'm going to be keeping these band-aids, a pen, and some tweezers. This is everything that I'm going to be tossing out. It's old. I don't need it anymore. I'm also going to be tossing this box. I recently got some glasses, the ones that I'm wearing in this video, from that brand. It's not sponsored. I purchased this on my own. The original glasses that I purchased to use this year were actually damaged in the heat in Phoenix, and so I can no longer use them. I did not have insurance on the lenses, so it was going to cost me $500 to replace my lenses without insurance. So I figured I was not going to do that. I just ordered some glasses online, and I'll get my lens replaced next year. It is now the next day. I did not get done the day before. It must have gotten late, but I was using my bathroom as a holding tank for things that I needed to put away and organize into my existing system. And so that is what I'm going to work on now.
Sun cuts through the corner of my window.
I know some of you are going to tell me you have not used that makeup in a while. Why not just get rid of it? And the reason why I'm going to keep it is because I've been wanting to experiment with mineral eyeshadow. And so that is what I'm going to do. I don't have to go out and buy any. I already had some, and we will get on to the experimenting. I have been struggling with the idea of letting go of this jewelry box. Not so much because it has a meaning to me. The person that gave it to me passed away, and I just feel really bad about letting go of it. But I am going to let go of it pretty soon here. I'm just going to see if there's somebody out there who might need one.
Nothing in my plans. I just need a day off. I'll get back. I do.
The night before, I was able to get the sheet and a blanket back onto the bed, but now I need to get the quilt on, and I want to wash the pillowcases.
I just need a day off. Feet on the table. If I were just to move, and then she could be fatal. Now I don't know what to do. Thought of coffees hanging over me like a thread. Sunny side up. The only thing that's filling my brain.
Getting close to the end of this video, and this was definitely a messy one and a hard one to get through. I'm just getting the clothes situated that I'm going to give away, and just putting all of that out in the living area. I'm going to go ahead and do some sweeping. I think my husband was on a meeting, and I did not want to turn the vacuum on. Let's go ahead and get into some good old before and afters, and I really do hope that you got some motivation to work on something in your house today big or small, remember it all comes together in the end. I will see you all in the next one. Hugs.
Nothing in my place.